Grammy-nominated Deborah Allen was sure that music was what she wanted, and as a teenager, she just forged ahead. There was no plan B in sight. Fortunately, after moving to Nashville, Plan A worked out in a grand fashion. With hits like Baby I Lied, I've Been Wrong Before, I Hurt For You, Rock Me, and many more. And it all started one day at IHop. A man changed the direction of her life. This is her story. This is today's Nashville. This is Faith. Beautiful Deborah Allen, thank you so much for inviting me into your home. What an honor and blessing it is to sit down in your beautiful house. Tell me about this room.
Thank you. Well, this room is where a lot of music is made. I've written a lot of songs on this piano. And it's, you know, this house is definitely lived in. I mean, I've traveled a lot and gathered some things around the world as I travel. And so, you know, it's got a lot of fond memories in it, but it's definitely lived in, and we have a fun time here.
Well, you know, I was reading a little bit about you. You came to Nashville. Let's talk about that, because I love how, you know, a favorite restaurant, something happened there. Can you share about it?
Yeah, well, you know, I'm originally from Memphis, and I started out there, and there's a whole story how it evolved that I got to Nashville. But when I moved to Nashville a long time ago, there was an IHop at the very top of Music Row. And I mean, you could go in there and see hit producers, hit songwriters, artists would go in there in between sessions. It was just a cool place to go, and I found out about it. Well, actually, I got a job there. And to tell you the funniest truth, I wound up first working at Lum's, and it paid $1 an hour. But I told the lady, I said, I don't feel right taking this tip. She goes, oh, honey, you'll get used to it. So, but you know what, I really didn't. I thought, I'm going to go work at the IHop because I like their food better. So I took a pay cut. I was getting 65 cents an hour, but the tips were really good, and I loved all the people there. But when I quit working there, I still loved everybody there. I could show up and eat by myself and not feel like the lonely girl. So one morning I thought I'd go down and get some breakfast. So I went down to the IHop, and I was sitting there. I can just feel myself in that booth in that little red print dress, and I looked across the restaurant, and I saw this guy with black sunglasses and jet black hair, and then this guy with salt and pepper hair. And I thought, those guys have got to be in the music business. So don't ask me why I did this, Terry, but I gathered myself up, and I walk over to the edge of their booth, and I go, excuse me, but are y'all in the insurance business? I go, no, darling, we're in the music business. I slide into that booth. I go, that's what I was thinking. Listen, I'm trying to get started. I'm a singer. I mean, if I were them, I might have said, look, we just got our pancakes. We'll talk to you later. But they were so sweet to me. They talked to me for a long time. I thought I would never see or hear from them again. By the way, it was Roy Orbison and Joe Melson that I was in the presence of. So it was amazing. They were so warm and wonderful, took me seriously and gave me some advice. But a couple of weeks later, I went by AFTRA to let them know I had a telephone. And they go, oh man, we're so glad to see you. We've been, someone's been looking for you. We can give them your number now. I said, who's looking for me? He said,